Alrighty, hello. Currently, we are going to do some quick coding. It's gonna be a little bit short today because I just finished my SI. The previous video will talk about how I needed to go to SI. I came back from it. Took an hour. Got some information, a lot of information actually. So it's 6:10 right now. I'm gonna do this for 30 minutes. So by the time it's 6:40, I will be done. So let's do some ASMR code. So the first thing I need to do is to make a new coding file. I'm going to be using VS Code and then using GitHub to push the code that I have into the repository that I have created. So what I'm going to be using, so what I like to do is go to my past exams, or not exams, classes that I've took CS courses in, and redo the projects. It's fun, it's interesting because you get to do those again, and it also helps you remember, oh wait, so these are how you do properly, this is how you properly use a for loop, this is how you properly do this, do that, things like that. So if I were to go back, I believe I finished assignment number 4. Okay, I finished that. So assignment number 5 is going to be my new exam, or new assignment that I'm going to be completing right now. So it's called taxes. So city tax is going to be my program. Okay, so I'm going to create a new file, city tax dot java. Alrighty, so public class city tax, and then public static void main string args with the the 2 boxes, or the bracket. Is that a bracket? Like the 2 box. I kind of forgot what that's called, but it doesn't matter. So the problem is that a certain city tax is composed of 3 parts. So there's an income tax, a property tax, and a possible tax credit. The income tax is calculated from 0 to 10,000, 10,000 to 40,000, 40,000 to 100,000, and anything above 100,000. So if you make 0 to 10,000 bucks, you don't get any tax. Anything above 10,000 and anything below 40,000, you get taxed 0.5% of that specific income. So, but if you make above 40,000, under 100,000, you get taxed 1% of that specific income. So it just continuously increases, which means that you have to include that plus the property tax, which is 1.1%, and there is a tax credit of $750 if a pair's age is divisible by 3 or divisible by 5, but not both. So a taxpayer of age 27 or 35 gets a credit, but one of 30 gets no credit. So, okay, that makes sense. If a tax credit is larger than the tax due, then the tax due is 0. You cannot end up with negative tax dues, which makes sense. Write a program called city tax to input. Okay. Use 4 final variables for the percent constants in the program. Percent constant. So 0.5, and then 0.01, and then 0.015. Okay, got it. So I'm gonna write the variables first. So the variables are gonna be final double low underscore tax, which is equal to 0.005. Okay. And then final double mid tax, because I think there's there's only 3 different tax brackets. So then the final one is final double high dash tax or underscore. Oops. You can't use a dash. Underscore tax is equal to 0.01 or 0.15. Whoops, it's 0.015. There we go. That makes a lot more sense. Alrighty, so we have the 3 final variables, including, okay, we need to include the property tax. So final double prop underscore tax, which is equal to 0.011. Alright, so we got all the variables for the property taxes, the other taxes. Okay, so int, or you know what, I'll just do double tax credit tax underscore credit is equal to 750. I don't think that's necessary, but I'll just set that anyways. Okay, so write a program to input a taxpayer's income, blah blah blah. Okay. So let me write a system out. What is the tax? What is your income? What is your income? And then I need to put a scanner variable. So scanner scan is equal to new scanner system.in. So we have the scanner. Oh, I need to import the scanner. How do I, what's the code for that? Is it like import java.util.scanner? Or java.util. Oh, there, yeah, it is. Okay, nice. Okay, so I do remember that as well, which is pretty cool. So, system.out.print, what is your income? So then, what is your income? So my income is what am I doing? Okay, so I need to make another variable called double, or maybe not even double, right? Actually no, it should be a double. Okay, so double income is equal to, or just I'm just gonna have double income. So income is equal to scan dot next double. So then now there's gonna be another system out. What is your property value? Yeah. What is your property value? And then another variable, so double prop. We just put prop. I think that's fine. So prop is equal to scan dot next double. And then finally the age. So system dot out dot print, what is your age? Okay, so alright, so now that we have that, we can set up a system. So this is gonna be the inputs, and then calculations is going to go right underneath the inputs. So the calculations are going to be utilizing a simple if loop, I think that's probably gonna solve it. If the income is okay, so there might be a nested if loop, I think. So if income is greater than or equal uh, hmm. Okay, I need to separate the tax brackets depending on how much they have. So, for instance, if the income is from 0 to 10,000, if the income is less than 10,000, okay, I need to think of my logic. So, for me to get these specific tax brackets, I need to enter each of them. So if the tax bracket is greater than, if the income is greater than 20, if the income is less than 10,000, there should be no tax. If the income is greater than 10,000, greater than or equal to 10,000, and it's less than or equal to 40,000, then the income okay, I think I got it. So if the income is greater than or equal to 10,000 and the income is greater than or less than or equal to 40,000, then okay, so then I need to have an empty bucket to hold out everything. So I guess I'll put a double sum. Okay, or not sum, I guess total would make more sense. So the total is gonna be total plus equals 30,000 times the low tax rate. That doesn't make sense. Because I already have total. What? It's weird. It's giving me an error. Anyways, let me, I'm trying to think. Because I know there's a specific way to solve this. So the total needs to be added into the. So let's say you have like over 100,000, right? I think if we start with 100,000, so. Oh, okay. I think I got it. So if we start with the top, right? If we start with the greatest, so if the income is greater than or equal to 100,000. So if we start from the top, right? We got to start from the top, and then we can subtract that number, whatever number that's above 100,000. So whatever they had, minus 100,000, and that will be specifically taxed with the item. So if the income is greater than or equal to 100,000, income minus, okay, so int or double total okay, you know what, I'll just put x. Double x is equal to income minus the 100,000, right? So income minus 100,000. So then total is equal to x, multiply that by the high tax. There we go, that makes a lot more sense. Perfect. Else, okay, so that's one if. I need to do another one. So if income is greater than or equal to 40,000, and the income is less than or equal to. So the income has to be greater than 100,000 for the first one. Now this one has to be equal to or less than 100,000. If that's the case, then income minus so whatever it's gonna be taxed, right? So then man, okay. I'm confused on how to properly do this. Okay. Because if I'm thinking properly, if it's between these two things, right? We simply multiply the total by the tax. The income minus income minus so then income minus the 40,000. Okay. That makes sense. Income income minus the 40,000, and then total is equal to x, or I'm gonna put y in this case. I know local variables could be the same, but I'm just gonna keep it different just in case. So total is equal to y times the mid tax. I think that looks good. If the income is greater than or equal to 10,000 and income is less than or equal to 40,000, if it's less than or equal to 40,000, then what we could do is simply do an if statement. So no, we do the same thing. So double z is equal to income minus the 10,000 and then total is equal to the total is z times low tax. And then after that, we could put a sys out system out print the income tax, property tax, tax credit, and total tax too. So print the income tax. Here is the income tax. So that's gonna be one of them. Here is the property tax. Here is the tax credit, I believe. Yeah. And then finally, here is the total tax. Okay, so I'll just put tax, total tax. So here's the income tax. So income tax is going to equal to the total property tax is going to equal let me just start with the income tax because I want to see if this runs. Build failed. Why did it fail? confused. Exception in thread main, unresolved compilation problem. I don't see an issue with this, but there obviously is one. So, if I save this, line 45. Oh, okay, so there's an extra. Okay, there was an extra one of those. Unresolved compilation problem. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. How is that an issue? Because I already initialized it. I don't know why I'm getting issues with the local variables. Trying to figure this out. I'm not entirely sure why this is acting the way it is. Maybe if I close Visual Studio and retry it, there might be a solution. I don't know. Nope, still an error. See, double total. What if I say like double total is equal to 0? Like, is that gonna solve it? No way. Does that actually solve the issue? What? Okay, so that does solve the issue. Okay, so what is your income? Let's say we put 55,000 by 5. What is your property value? 112,400,2. Okay, so I need to put this in the proper order. So what is that? That is the classes. So this needs to be there. Control save. Let's run it again. 55555 0. Your income tax is $155.55. Is that true? Let's think. So, oh crap, it's raining. I was going to the gym after this. I might need to make a quick sprint. Okay, so if we get a calculator, here, I'll just take out my. It's already 6:40, but I'm gonna try to quickly solve this. I'm not completely finished with this, but we'll see what happens. So if I so 55,555 155. So subtract 40,000. So then the income tax is anything between that would be 15,555. So this 15,555 multiplied by times 0.01. I think it's just 0.01, right? Point zero, yeah, 0.01, which gives us 155.55, which means that it did not properly do this. So I'm gonna have to do a multiple if loop nested again. So starting with the highest, and then it goes into another if loop on the inside, and then another on the inside. Or maybe you start from the smallest. We'll see how that goes. So I'm gonna put a note down. Okay, so this set of if loops does not work. So you need to nest the if loops so that all the conditions pass. Alright, this is a very good note to self. Alright, I think that works. I think that's good. That looks pretty good. Alright, so we have that completed. Not completed, but you know, mostly done. I need to get ready for my gym, which I always do at this time. So yeah, let's get ready. Thanks for watching again. I do appreciate, you know, I like to start to, you know, I'm enjoying like recording these things. So I will continue to try to do that because I want to not only do this, but it also helps me teach myself and also maintain my good grades so far. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.